we do the special investigation into the Derek Roll story and really whatever happened, and God rest his soul, Derek Roll never lived to see whatever came out of this. He died in all of this battle of an illness, and so his family is fighting, trying to find out how they can access it. They believe this is true. They say they have documentation that says this is true. We have been doing our investigations. They have been confirming things that we find, and we've been finding a lot of people are asking why we've spoken about this. And I kept telling people, because we're doing our due diligence.
Right.
We're checking and double checking, and we continue. That's why this is just the first part of what we will present as we go along, because it's so much information.
But, even stripping that, let's say, even if it's not this amount.
Right.
Even if it's not the 30 billion or 79 billion, but something substantial, if that is true, can you imagine this man, he was ill, he would have been denied access to his funds at a time when he would have needed it.
And that's what the family said. And he would have been alive, had he access to it.
And he was denied. And so if that is true, then this is somewhat even beyond that.
We said before that a board was established for his estate, obviously, when he allegedly came into this wealth. The family and the estate said, a board was set up. I'm holding in my hand copies of minutes from various board meetings. I will not call the names of the board members just yet, but I can tell you, these are prominent people in the Bahamas. Prominent people in the Bahamas. Pastors, MPs, financial leaders in the country who were board members. And I will share with you, come on over here, Ramona. I will circle some of the names so you can see.
Nice.
So you can see some of the names. People who attended board meetings.
This is wow.
And you will understand that many of these people were major in the financial sector.
So you're saying board members to Derek Roll's
companies. He established a board. He was told to establish a board to be responsible for the dissemination of the money.
Who told him this?
He got advice from financial experts and bankers who told him, you need a board. And as you can see, these are minutes from the board. These are members of the Derek Roll Enterprises and GE Jubilee Enterprises. They have regular board meetings, and you see some of the prominent names who are at these board meetings, meeting and talking about the money and how it should be disseminated. How will they set up what fees they will charge in order to ensure people get the money and what they do and all of that stuff. Prominent people in the Bahamas. Minutes from board meetings.
May I have?
Yes, you do. Yes, you may. So, again, when the estate has documentation like that, when the estate has documentation, they even went as far, as writing to the police for intervention. We have the letter to the police, graphic number 10, to the police that was written to show their concern. It was written then to the Commercial Crimes Unit, right there on the screen, saying that, listen, this is everything we've outlined. The letter was a 4-page letter outlining the concerns to the estate of Derek Roll and asking for the Commercial Crimes Unit to investigate where the money went that was supposed to be on these accounts. Where did the money go? Because the money was put on these accounts that was set up, and where did the money disappear to? It's enlightening. He had his bank cards for the various accounts that he used and that he set up that was issued to him by the said banks. There's copies of the bank cards there to show that he had these various bank accounts set up for these estates and for his wealth and his riches. Even though the government says there was no such, the bank in question didn't know anything about it. Let's play that soundbite with the finance minister, Peter Turnquest, soundbite number 3, with him talking about the bank not being informed. Play that for us.
The ministry had reached out to the commercial bank that has been named in these stories. The name of the bank has similarly indicated that it has no knowledge or possession of any such funds related to Mr. Roll. as the government can ascertain, this story is untrue in its entirety. With that said, Mr. Speaker, I do want the estate of Mr. Derek Roll to understand that if they or anyone else has information and material evidence to support any claim of any inheritance or other funds that is owed to the estate, then the estate should avail itself of all available channels, both in the Bahamas and abroad, to ensure the matter is resolved.
Now, if all of this, a majority of what we have is in public domain, because these are things that are being stamped by courts, whatever. If we could have done our investigation and finds this, why couldn't the government have done the same? He's saying that there's no record. If you have anything, bring it forth to us. And obviously the estate is operating very cautiously, because obviously carrying all of this information to the government, I don't know. So we've been advised that they are handling the matter, and they are taking some very important steps this week to address the matter internationally and locally.
Well, I mean, for me, if it is true that the Federal Bureau of Investigation is here in the Bahamas, if that is so, then to my mind, I don't see that body coming to the Bahamas aimlessly or on a whim.
Right.
They must, to my mind, they would be satisfied, first of all, that these Kellys existed.
Yes.
Number one.
And we can tell you that her name is Elizabeth Kelly of New York City, now deceased. Elizabeth Kelly.
That this person, in fact, existed and did, in fact, have some type of fortune, some type of wealth, and that wealth would have been transferred here to the Bahamas. If the FBI is here conducting investigations, I would feel to make the assumption that they would have done their due diligence back in the U.S.
Yeah.
The paper trail would then have led them here. That whatever amount would have in fact been transferred here, and then now, if they're here, they are seeking. And if they're investigating, I expect that they would be armed with information that, listen, this is the amount, this is what was transferred to your bank. Is he the recipient? Again,
correct.
We don't know.
We don't know.
But certainly if they are here, if the Federal Bureau of Investigation is here, then I believe that there's certainly something afoot.
And this is what we are hoping to obtain and to find. The estate of Derek Roll Kelly is very concerned. They are been working and doing all they possibly can to address this matter, and I've been told that they are taking a major move this week. That's all I'm at liberty to say at this point. But they are taking a major move this week, and it is expected to be a major turn in this investigation. We will wait, we will see. Again, I'm stating for the record, we're not accusing anybody of anything. We are not saying that this money is true, or we're not saying this money is not true. We are simply presenting what has been presented to us, will be a fact checked, and what, as you can see, has been